Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amagyanatimirandasya Jnana-anjana-salakaya Chakra-nimile-tanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Siragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitam Cha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णा प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Hare Krishna, as we know that the most significant of all significant festival, Janmāṣṭamī, the august, auspicious, adorable appearance day of the Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is near approaching. So let us prepare our consciousness to invite the Supreme Lord to our heart through the ears. That is important. Lord does not enter through our mouth, through our eyes. Shrute-akhitta. These beautiful verses, it is said that Lord is seen through the ears, not through the eyes. So through ears we invite Krishna on this very auspicious, adorable, august appearance day to our heart. Janmāṣṭamī essentially means to please the Lord by our humble service. And that service mode, the service spirit, the service consciousness will be sprout up by hearing Krishna Katha, hearing his pastime, hearing the mystery of his appearance activities. Therefore, he is called Shrute-akhitta. There is beautiful verses, it is stated in these beautiful verses in Bhagavatam. People normally they go to temple to see the deities. They are so much, there's so much eager to see the deity. Actually, here it is said that Tvam bhakti yoga pratibhavita hussoroja ase shruti-chitta patho nanu natha pumsam. So Krishna is not seen by our eyes, because our blunt eyes cannot see the Lord. Therefore, it is said that, oh my Lord, your devotee can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing. Thus, their heart become clean, you take your seat there. That is the process of inviting Krishna into the heart through ears, from a bona fide hearing, not any Tom and Dick. So, we are now discussing about Krishna Katha based on the teaching of Srila Prabhupada. As a bona fide hearing, this is. Because Prabhupada is a pure devotee of the Lord. So you are so merciful to your devotee that you manifest yourself in a particular eternal form of transcendent, in which they always think you. So essentially, Janmāṣṭamī means that to please the Lord, engaging in humble service. And that can be achieved by the hearing process. Also remembering Lord. We remember, Janmāṣṭamī means we remember Krishna, his appearance, his activities. That remembrance is very important. It is stated that in Vishnu Sahasranam, it is beautifully stated in Vishnu Sahasranam that that jasyang sravan jasya smarana matrena janma murtu sansara vimuchyate. Vishnu Prabha Vishnu. So by simply by remembrance, mere remembrance of the Lord, it will stop our obnoxious misery of repeated birth and death. So that is the benefit, gargantuan benefit of hearing Krishna Katha. Janma karma chame divyam evam jabenikatva. Simply by hearing Krishna Katha. So there is a beautiful verses in this regard. The beautiful verses it is spoken by Purthumara. The devotee should gradually increase the culture of devotional service by constant hearing of the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This pastime like ornamental decoration on the ear of devotees. Devotee means the Prabhupada say in Krishna book very nicely, the very first chapter of Krishna book in summary, Prabhupada has very nicely written that hearing Krishna Katha is the occupation of the liberated soul. Not the Tom, Dick, Harry, neophytes, motivated devotees. They will not be interested. Because it's an ornamental decoration of the ears of the devotee. If devotee do not like, or anybody who do not have any propensity to hear Krishna Katha, he is not even in the league actually. He has not come up to the standard of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness bhakti begins with hearing Sravana Dasa. That is called Sravana Dasa. Just like we have a Sani Dasa, Rahu Dasa, we have called Sravana Dasa. Bhakti begins with the Sravana Dasa. Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Therefore, it is said that by hearing, by rendering devotional service and transcending the material quality, one can easily be fixed in transcendence and Supreme Personality of Godhead. In purport, Srila Prabhupada has written, this verse is especially mentioned to substantiate the devotional process of hearing the subject matter. A devotee does not like to hear anything other than subject dealing with spiritual activity or the pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We can increase our propensity for devotional service by hearing Bhagavad-gītā and Srimad Bhagavatam from realized soul. More we hear from realized soul, the more we make advancement in our devotional service. The more we advance in devotional service, more we become detached from the material world. The more we become detached from the material world, as advised by the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the more we increase in attachment for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, a devotee who actually wants to make a progress in devotional service, go back home, back to Godhead, must lose interest in sense enjoyment, associating with a person who are after money, sense gratification. Is the advice of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that, so hearing is very important, and that hearing only possible when you associate with devotees of the Lord. When associate with devotees of the Lord, then we can have a opportunity for hearing. Therefore, all the devotees from the Prithu Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Vritasur, they are asking a benediction to associate with devotee and hear Krishna Katha. That is only they have the desire. Because this is the bona fide process. Bhakti must be fixed with the bona fide hearing. Otherwise, it cannot be fixed. It is still in a very what you say, tottering stage, very shaky stage. Nasta prayasu abhadresu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhaktir bhagavati naistiki. So bhaktir bhagavati naistiki means the devotional, our bhakti will be fixed up or matured by constant hearing of Krishna Katha. Yaśaḥ shriyamāṇānāṁ Krishna parama purushe bhaktir utpadayate punsam soko moho upaya. So bhakti, if we want to develop the bhakti, or bhakti can be sprout up only by process of hearing Krishna. Therefore, in the very beginning, in 10th chapter of Krishna book, Prabhupada has quoted a beautiful verses. That is spoken by the Parikshit Maharaj. Nirvitat sairupagiyyamanat bhavosado srutavimanovirāmat kauttama sloke gunanubādam puman virajyatanana vinapasughanat. So here it is said that See, this glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. It is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is released by those no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of the cosmic manifestation. See, those who are not interested in material things, temporary things, they are interested in hearing the glorification of Supreme Lord. That means they are interested in Krishna Katha. And description of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. So here it is said that this is the medicine, bhava-sudha. Bhava-sudha. Bhava means transmigrating from one body to another body. We have been doing the same thing, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janana jastere. One body, one species of life to another species of life, one womb of the mother to another womb. We are transmigrating since time immemorial. This is our conditioned state, disease state, obnoxious conditioned state. So, to get out from this obnoxious repeated birth and death, the medicine has been given by hearing Krishna Katha from a bona fide source. That is the right medicine. Therefore, who will cease hearing the glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing oneself? Supposing I have got a disease, very critical disease, I am going to die. But only one way to save my life, to take a particular medicine, they say antibiotic, some. A person who is sane, who is intelligent, he can take it and save life. But those who really want to die, he will not take. And another person who is a killer, butcher means animal killer, for them it doesn't care. I die or I live. Their life is so worst, so miserable. Except those, every intelligent people, every sane man can take this medicine of Krishna Katha and save his life, save his soul from the repeated birth and death since time memorial. Therefore, the Janmāṣṭamī is an opportunity, not only Janmāṣṭamī, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, but still these festivals are very, very important. Why? Because this festival actually gives us the opportunity to hear Krishna Katha and remember him. By remembering him also is very, very beautiful verses. It is said that avasmiti tvach charanaravindam, simply by hearing hinoti abhadrani cha samtanoti, simply by remembering Krishna lotus feet, hinoti abhadrani cha samtanoti. Hinoti means destroy all inauspicity, all this inauspicious material existence will be destroyed. Cha samtanoti means it gives us the opportunity, fortune. It will make us fortunate. Satasya suddhim, it will purify our material existence. Paramatma bhaktim, it will give the bhakti for the Supreme Lord. Jnanam cha vijnanam viraga yuktam. What kind of bhakti? Not a sentimental bhakti. That bhakti has to be performed on the foreground of knowledge and detachment. That is real bhakti. And this can be fixed by the hearing process. So therefore, the conclusion is that the hearing Krishna Katha is very, very important thing. Even for the liberated soul, what to speak about those who are aspiring to be liberated, or those who are neophytes. Our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, he told that when my Guru Maharaj was speaking, I was sitting down and he was speaking in English, very high English, bombastic, very, very ornamental. I was not able to understand. And he was also speaking very deep, profound philosophy in vernacular language, Bengali, mother tongue. Prabhupada said that I also could not understand. But I was there sitting and hearing, whether I understand or not. That is the qualifications that my Guru Maharaj saw in me and initiated me. And what benefit? Whatever I heard from my Guru Maharaj, I can now speak. Unless one is properly here, Prabhupada said, properly heard from spiritual master, he cannot speak. Therefore, hearing is very, very important. It will purify us. This is the boat to get out from this obnoxious samsara or material world. So on this note, we will start today's topics. Today's, as Janmāṣṭamī comes, we will start why the Supreme Lord takes birth, a mystery of the appearance of the Lord. Why the unborn takes birth. Some people say that why Lord has to take birth. They question actually. They may question also. Lord is not obliged to get our direction. Why should I take, why should I not take birth? Our contention, our proposition is that why God cannot take birth. God is omnipotent. He is supremely powerful. Sadaishwarya. And one of the things is very, very powerful. Is omnipotent. Why we denied that power to the God? He can come. He is not under our directions, our dictation. Some philosophers say that, Shastra say that Lord is unborn. And why the unborn is born? He should stick to that conception that he is unborn. Of course, Lord is unborn. But he comes his own will. He has this own purpose. We cannot stop that. He is not obliged to any Shastra. He is not obliged to any schedule. He is supremely free, independent, Swarat. He can do whatever he likes. He is the master, supreme master. We cannot bring the Lord under any kind of jurisdictions, confinement, rules and regulations. Then he is not God. Prabhupada very nicely says. Otherwise, he is not God. God means supremely powerful, supremely independent. That is the definition of the God. Aishwarya samagrasa virasa jasasa. Is Swarat, independent. Therefore, bringing him into any kind of confinement, any kind of restriction, constraint is a mistake. Saying that God born, God died, that is also mistake. Saying that why God come, that is also mistake. And saying that on why the unborn can be born, that is also mistake. To remove that mistake, today we will talk why the Supreme Lord has to take birth on this earth. So, on these things, Lord himself say that in chapter 4, text 6, in Bhagavad-gītā, we will start with Bhagavad-gītā, then we can go more deeper to Bhagavatam. Krishna says, Ajopisan abhyatma bhutanam ishwaropisan prakritim swadhisthaya sambhavami atma mayaya. So Lord say, although I am unborn, my transcendental body never deteriorates. Although I am the Lord of all living entities, by my internal energy, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Lord himself answering our question that yes, I am unborn, but my transcendental body, what to speak about Lord is unborn. Actually, we are unborn also. Because we are contaminated by Maya, therefore we have to change our body. The body dies, but we do not die. Na hanyate hanyamane sarira. What to speak about God? And God body and God body is transcendental, Sachidananda Vigraha. He cannot be die also. Therefore, he told to Arjuna just one verse before that I remember everything, but you don't remember, because his body is like this transcendental body. Changing body means forgetfulness. Death means forgetfulness. We don't remember our last birth. But Kṛṣṇa is different. The personality of Godhead say many, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of enemy. So Lord himself says that I remember because my body is transcendental. I am unborn. My body never deteriorates. Now the question arises. He told that I appear in every millennium. So why he appears? He say in these beautiful verses, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sridham. When there is a discrepancy in Krishna consciousness, when the predominant rise of a religion, I appear millennium after millennium to establish this Krishna consciousness or dharma. That his business is to establish the dharma. And for that purpose, he has to protect his devotee paritranaya sadhana vinasya duskritam, to kill the miscreants. The whole idea of Lord appearance is to establish dharma Krishna consciousness, because material world essentially means sinful life. Material world essentially means suffering. Material world essentially means we have torn away from the Lord, Vasudeva Paranmukha. As a result, we are undergoing a very excruciatingly painful situation. Prabhupada used to give an example that just like a father of a millionaire, son of a millionaire, he is estranged from the father, is loitering in the street and suffering. We are like son of the God, and who is the millionaire, Sadaishcharapunna, full of opulences. Therefore, we are suffering. So reclaim this conditioned soul, to bring us back to him, to terminate to seize all our suffering in this material world and bring us back to him. That is the cardinal and core purpose of coming, core purpose of appearance of the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, his appearance is very adorable, august and auspicious. His appearance is meant to stop our appearance, stop our obnoxious appearance, notorious appearance, nefarious appearance in this material world. Extremely merciful Lord. It is stated in very nicely these verses that it is stated this beautiful in Bhagavatam. It's not a blank statement of our own. He say that very nicely that in these beautiful verses he say that kalau janiṣyamāṇānāṁ duḥkha-śoka-tamo-nudam anugrahāya bhaktānāṁ supuṇyaṁ vyatanod yaśaḥ. So here it is say that to show causeless mercy to the devotee who would take birth in the future in this age of Kali, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna acted in such a way that simply by remembering him one will be freed from all lamentation, unhappiness of material existence. In other words, he acted so that all future devotees, by accepting the instruction of Krishna consciousness stated in Bhagavad-gītā, could be relieved from the pangs of material existence. How much merciful! His purpose is to reclaim the conditioned soul. Just like a father is affectionate, despite the son is so rebellious, and is so rebellious and adamant, and not even ready to reconcile with father. Still, father is affectionate. He comes, he appears. Avatar means who descends from the spiritual sky, that is called avatar. Krishna means Supreme God himself descends, therefore he is called avatari. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is etachamsa kalapunsva Krishna to Swayam Bhagavan. The position of Krishna, not an ordinary living entity. His Supreme Personality of Godhead. His appearance is not like our appearance. Our appearance in this material world on account of our karma. Karmena daivanyatrana. It is stated that according to our karma, we take birth. Somebody is Bill Gates, somebody is gatekeeper, someone birth as a prince, pauper, animal. So here it is said that if the personality of Godhead say under the supervision of the Supreme Lord, according to the result of his work, the living entity, the soul is made enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of male semen to assume a particular type of body. We do not choose our body. Our body is chosen according to our karma under the supervision of under the permission actually of Supreme Lord. Therefore, we can see there are varieties of species of life, 8.4 million. Somebody is taking birth in marine life, like aquatic, somebody in animal kingdom, somebody is plant kingdom, somebody is beast kingdom, somebody is bird kingdom, somebody is human, somebody demigods. All these different varieties according to our karma, we have been awarded that particular body. We do not choose our body. Karanam guna sangasya sadasada janma janmesu. But God is not ordinary living entity. His birth is not like our birth, because no karma will affect. Namam karmani limpanti. His appearance is not like us. He comes with his sweet will. He told that I come according to my sweet will. That is also confirmed in Bhagavatam, that Lord comes according to his sweet will. In these verses in Bhagavatam 10 to 39, it is stated that O Supreme Lord, you are not an ordinary living entity appearing in this material world as a result of fruitive activity. Therefore, your appearance or birth in this world has no other cause than your pleasure potency. So, according to his own will, own pleasure, he comes. Ananda chinmaya rasapati tavistavi, tavira yajani parjuni, nijarupataya kalavi, goloka evani vasati akhilatma bhutam. He himself comes for his pleasure, expand his pleasure potency. Similarly, the living entity who are part of you have no cause for misery like birth, death, old age, except when these living entity are conducted by your external energy. Just like we are spirit soul, and soul has no death. Na mudyate va kadachi, na jayate ma buryate va kadachi. Bhagavad-gītā, Kṛṣṇa says 222. Soul never dies. The body dies. Na hanyate hanyamane sharira. The body dies. Because we are conducted by external energy, we turn away from the Lord. Therefore, we are suffering, we are changing body. But Lord is not. He is coming not according to his fruitive activities, fruitive result. His appearance is own. Therefore, Krishna says, I, Atma Maya, I come in my transcendental form. So, therefore, his birth is different. He comes with particular region, particular purpose according to his sweet will. Therefore, it is stated in these beautiful verses that God, the Lord of the universe, maintains all planet inhabited by demigods, men, lower animals. Assuming the roles of incarnation, he performs pastime to reclaim those in mode of pure goodness. To reclaim these devotees, he comes down. Paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya duṣkritam. It is his causeless mercy that he appears, so that we will get benefit, enormous benefit of getting out from this material existence. That is the real reason why the unborn takes birth. And one more thing is also, as Krishna claimed, that paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya duṣkrita. Although he said in Bhagavad-gītā 4:8 that to kill the miscreant, his business to kill miscreant and protect his devotee. Actually, Prabhupada says that to kill miscreant is not his primary goal, his primary objective. To killing a demon like Ravana, Kansa, he does not need to come, because his agency like Maya, the potency, Durga Devi, they can do that. They can do that. But he is coming only for the sake of the devotees. That is his magnanimity, to reclaim those who want to come back, those who are agreed to reconcile with Supreme Father. He comes to reclaim those souls. Therefore, those in mode of pure goodness, that means devotee. Otherwise, there is no reason for the Lord to come. Brahmaji is also speaking that there is no reason that Lord has to come. Prapancha nisprapanchapi bedam vidam vayasi bhutale prapanna janatananda sodaham patyam prabhu. So in these verses it is said that, my dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, you come to this earth and imitate material life just to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment for your surrendered devotee. For the sake of his devotee he comes. Otherwise he does not come to, for him it is nothing to kill a demons. He do, kill the demons. He do not need to come. He does not need to come. Jasyeka nishwasita kalam athava lamba jivanti loma vilasa. By his breathing process, billions of universes are coming out. By his inhaling, billions of universes winding up, destroyed. And he does not need to come for a one demon in a one universe. No. Only for the devotee's sake, to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment. Therefore he enacted all this pastime to attract us. Now we are attracted to all the glamour of material things. Therefore, to attract us back to him, he comes and enacted all this pastime. His appearance is mysterious. His appearance, his activities are very transcendental. His appearance also transcendental. It's not ordinary appearance. If anybody knows in tattva, in truth, he will go back to Godhead. Therefore, Krishna Katha is not a story. It's not an entertainment story. It is coupled with the tattva, philosophy. Why the Lord comes, why the unborn takes birth, what is the purpose of coming. We should understand Krishna in truth. That cannot be understood superficially. By the process of bona fide hearing and engaging in devotional service, one can understand Krishna. Otherwise, you can read Vedas also, you cannot understand Krishna. Unless you come to the conclusion that Krishna to be understood. Our purpose of life is to understand Krishna. So in this beautiful verses, Brahmaji again say that anugrahāya bhaktānāṁ manusim dehamāstita bhajate tadriskrida yasrutta tatparo bhavet. When the Lord assumed a human-like body to show mercy to his devotees, he engaged in such pastime as will attract those who hear about them to become dedicated to him. So whole idea, Lord assumed this form so that it's a very tangible, we can relate it. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati say that out of his unbounded mercy, causeless mercy, Lord appeared. Not only he appears, he exhibited, he showed his kingdom, he showed his pastime, his form, everything in a very tangible way, so that we can be eligible to go back to Godhead by hearing those activities. That is whole idea. We have got a long-standing dispute, conflict with Supreme Lord, long-standing apathy with Lord. That will be broken simply by hearing these activities of the Lord. Therefore, Lord comes, Lord descends to attract us, to divert our attention from material to spiritual, and ultimately the spiritual reality, ultimate spiritual reality, Krishna. That is whole idea. So that is the purpose of mystery of the things. So we will go through this before when Parikshit Maharaj was speaking about the Krishna Katha, Bhagavatam, in up to 9th canto, he was speaking about so many kings, so many other devotees of the Lord, Sun dynasty, Moon dynasty. Then Parikshit Maharaj interrupted him. Then he, in the Moon dynasty, he was speaking about the Krishna's appearance. And Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know more and more about Krishna Katha. Parikshit Maharaj, who has seen the Krishna in the womb of the Mara, in the womb of his mother, he is also interested to hear Bhagavatam, hear about Krishna Katha. But we are so far away from seeing Krishna, still we have no interest. So, in 9th canto, before even starting 10th canto, Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami is speaking about little bit about Krishna, how Krishna has come and everything, a prelude has been given. So he told that this Devaki, the father of Krishna, Vasudeva and Devaki, he has got 8 wives. So there are so many wives of the Vasudeva. One of the wife called Devaki. So he, in this verse, Devaki, Paurabi, Rohini, Bhadra, Mandira, Rachana, Lila, others were all wives of Anankundundi, Vasudeva. Among them, Devaki was the chief. So here it is saying that out of all this wife, the Devaki is the chief wife of Vasudeva. And Vasudeva, by the womb of his wife Rohini, begot sons such as Balaram, Gada, Sarana, Drumada, Vipula, Durbakirta, and others. So there's another wife called Rohini who gave birth to the Balaram. So in this way, they have so many children are there. But Devaki has got 8 sons. It is stated in these beautiful verses. That simply by receiving the glories of the Lord through purified transcendental ear, the devotee of the Lord are immediately freed from strong material desire, engagement in fruitive activity. That is the power of hearing. Assisted by descendant of Bhoja, Vrishni, Adhakya, Madhu, Surasena, Dasaratha, Kuru, Sanjaya, Pandu, Lord Krishna performed various activities. By his pleasing smile, his affectionate behavior, his instruction, his uncommon pastime like raging Govardhan Hill, the Lord appearing in his transcendental body pleased all the human society. So whole idea of the Lord to come to attract us. Therefore, he enacted so much pastime. So here it is stated that because today we will be talking more about the mystery of his appearance, we will not go to the pastime of the Lord, and next session we will go to talk about the pastime, because he is called Lila Purushottam. And Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, known as Lila Purushottam, appeared as the son of Vasudeva, but immediately left his father's home, went to Vrindavan to expand his loving relationship with his confidential devotee. In Vrindavan, Lord killed many demons. Afterward, he returned to Dwaraka, where, according to Vedic principle, he married many wives, were best of women, begot through them hundreds of sons, performed sacrifice for his own worship to establish the principle of household life. So here Sukadev Goswami was briefing the summary of Krishna Lila. Krishna Lila is categorically divided into 3 parts. One is Braja Lila, Braj Vrindavan Lila up to 11 years, another 11 years, 12 years in Mathura Lila, and the third part, which is 105 years, in Dwaraka Lila. So here the 3 part is been summarized by the Sukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj about Krishna's pastimes. Thereafter, Lord Krishna created misunderstanding between family. Then also how he disappeared from the earth along with all his dynasty. It is also mentioned here. So this is the little bit of prelude given by the Sukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj about the Krishna. But Parikshit Maharaj was not very satisfied. He wanted to know more about Krishna Katha. More about Krishna Katha. Therefore, he asked in the next chapter, 10th canto, you elaborate the activities of the Krishna, why he appears in the womb of the Devaki, why he departed immediately after the appearance to Gokul, to Jasoda Maya, why Balaram, who appeared in the 7th child of Devaki, was transferred to the Rohini. So in this way, actually he was asking the elaborate explanation, elaborate narration of the Krishna Katha. And whatever He do not know even, because he is also the part of the Krishna family, because he is the Pandava's grandson, Arjuna's grandson. So he knows they are very intimately related. Therefore, they know about Krishna Katha also. But still, he is asking that whatever I know and whatever I do not know, please explain. How Krishna Katha is very, very important. Therefore, here it is said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead acts through his material energy in the creation, maintenance, annihilation of the cosmic manifestation, just to deliver the living entity by his compassion and stop the living entity birth and their duration of materialistic life. He enables the living entity to return home back to God. So, whole idea is of his appearance is nothing but to bring us back. Prabhupada is writing, materialistic men sometimes ask why God has created this material world for suffering of the living entity. The material creation is certainly meant for the suffering of the conditioned soul who are part of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as confirmed by the Lord himself, Bhagavad-gītā. Mamavansa jiva loko jiva utta sanatana. Manaha sashta indriyani prakriti-sthani karsati. The living entity in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental part. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include mind. All the living entity are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are as good as Lord qualitatively. But quantitatively, there is a great difference between them. So, Lord is unlimited, whereas living entity is limited. Thus, the Lord possesses unlimited potency for the pleasure, and the living entity have a limited pleasure potency. Anandamaya Vasal. Both the Lord and the living entity, being qualitatively spirit soul, have a tendency for peaceful enjoyment. But when the part of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unfortunately, see, they very, very nicely Prabhupada has made. Unfortunately, want to enjoy independently without Krishna, he is put into the material world, where he begins his life as a Brahma and is gradually degraded to the status of an ant or a worm in the stool. This is called Manaha Sashta Indrani Prakriti Sthani Karsati. Struggle for existence. Everybody is struggling. There is a great struggle for existence because the living entity conditioned by the material nature is under the nature's full control. Prakriti Kriya Manini Gunahi Karmani Sarvasa. Because of his limited knowledge, however, the living entity thinks he is enjoying the material world. He is actually under the full control of material nature. So that is whole idea of Krishna's coming, that jada jadahi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthana madasmasa tadatmanam sudamaya. Paritra, see, I descend myself. Real dharma means to surrender to Krishna. So we have torn away Vasudevam param mukha. As a result, we are suffering. So Lord has to come to again establish the dharma, that is surrender unto him. Adharma means struggling for the existence. Therefore, out of compassion, Krishna creates this material world to give the living entity a chance to understand his real position. Bhagavad-gītā and similar Vedic literature are presented to that living being may understand his relationship with Krishna. Vedesha sarve aham eva vedya. All these Vedic literature are meant to enable human being to understand what he is, what his actual position is, what his relationship with Supreme Lord. This is called Brahma Jigyasa. So that is whole idea that Prabhupada has written, that why Lord has come. What is the mystery of why the unborn takes birth? Out of his compassion. Nothing but out of compassion to reclaim the conditioned soul. So in this way, this is the mystery why the unborn takes birth. Then we will learn from next session about how the Lord, now why the Lord appears, we understand now. Now the second session we will continue all Krishna Katha, entire Brajalila, Mathura Lila. I try to finish also Mathura and Dwaraka Lila. So we will understand from the next session that how Lord appears. What is entire activities, entire stories, that how the Lord appears from the womb of the Devaki and how he was transferred. That was the question of Parikshit Maharaj in the very first chapter. Is asking to Sukadev Goswami, please explain me. This super soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the cause of cosmic manifestation, appeared in the dynasty of Yadu. Please tell me elaborately about his glorious activities, character from the beginning to end of his life. So he wanted to know. So we will also know in the next session about all the things. He also asked the question that, my dear Sukadev Goswami, you have already explained that Sankarshan, who belongs to the second quadruple, appeared as the son of Rohini, Balaram. If Balaram was not transferred from one body to another, how is it possible that he was first in womb of Devaki? Why did Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, leave the house of his father Vasudeva, transfer himself to house of Nanda in Vrindavan? Where did the Lord, the master of the Jadu dynasty, live with his relative in Vrindavan? So all this about the pastime of the Braja Vrindavan Lila. eh, Lord Krishna lived both in Vrindavan and in Mathura. What did he do there? Why did he kill Kansa, his mother's brother? Such killing is not at all sanctioned in Shastra, because Kansa is the uncle. So it is prohibited to kill his uncle. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has no material body, yet he appears as a human being. For how many years did he live with the descendant of Vishnu? How many wives did he marry? And how many years did he live in Dwaraka? So all this question answer is very, very important. We are not inquisitive. We are not asking question. We have no inquiry about Krishna. We have no propensity or enthusiasm, eager to know about Krishna. If we do not have eager, how can he know that? So here, this Parikshit Maharaj is so much eager. O great sages who know everything about Krishna, please describe in detail all the activities of which I have inquired, also those which I have not, for I have full faith and I am very eager to hear them. So how much we should have eager to hear Krishna Katha? We have no taste for Krishna Katha, then what kind of Janmāṣṭamī celebration we are going to celebrate? It's just a show off. It's just a flickering sentiment. Without hearing, without developing the urge for hearing Krishna Katha, then the Janmāṣṭamī celebration is nothing but a sentimental provocation, flickering sentiment. It's a show off. It's just for a one-day affair. After that, come to normal. Yatha purvam tatha param. Again come back to this Maya. Therefore, one should eager. Here Parikshit Maharaj is saying that, because my bhav on the verge of death, I have given up even drinking water, yet because I am drinking the nectar of topics about Krishna, which is flowing from the lotus mouth of your Lordship, my hunger and thirst, which are extremely difficult to bear, cannot hinder me. See how much is he given up. To give up your food, your hunger is very, very extremely difficult. But Parikshit Maharaj gave up everything. And he is telling why I am not feeling thirsty or hungry. Why I am able to bear this unbearable hunger and thirst? Because I am drinking the nectarian topics about Krishna. That means how much nectar in Krishna Katha. But we have no taste for it. Yaha janu na anurag. Ruddhaivam idisrim yaha janu na anurag. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking, he is telling in Sikkhyastakam that I have no attraction. He is actually representing a conditioned soul. On behalf of him, he actually God, who is telling that we have no attraction for that. That is our pitfall, shortcoming. We have no attraction for hearing Krishna Katha, but we wanted to celebrate Janmāṣṭamī. What kind of, this is very incongruous, conspicuous, incongruous. Therefore, one must hear Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is so purifying. There is a beautiful verses spoken that Vasudeva Katha Prasna Purusam Tripunatihi Vaktram Prachakham Sotram Tatpad Salilam Jatha. The Ganges emanating from the toe of Lord Vishnu purify three worlds, the upper, middle, lower planetary system. Similarly, one asks the question about pastime characteristic of the Lord Vasudeva Krishna. Three varieties of men are purified. The speaker, a preacher, he inquires, the people in general who listens. Actually, Sukadev Goswami congratulate Parikshit Maharaj for asking about the Krishna Katha. But we have no attraction. We give so many excuses. I have no time. I'm so busy. The speakers is very monotonous, so on and so forth. So therefore, we should hear and understand the mystery of appearance of the Lord. So on these notes, we will stop here. We will next session we will continue our 10th canto, the appearance and activities of the Lord, in our subsequent session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. All goes to Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Janmāṣṭamī Mahamotsav ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.